Welcome to Pound for Pound, the MMA podcast. I'm your host, Jalen Walker. If you're listening to the podcast via Spotify, Apple Music, or any other streaming platforms, please make sure to check us out on YouTube and click that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Guys, UFC 264 has arrived. Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus the Notorious Conor McGregor. It all comes down to this, the Trilogy fight. Each fighter has scored a TK over one another, and tonight we will find out who is the top dog between the two. Poirier shocked the world, but not us, because we called it, when he knocked out Conor McGregor at UFC 257. Will they repeat this milestone, or will Conor regain his dominance in the Octagon? Whomever wins this fight, in my opinion, will for sure fight Olivera for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the world, most likely at the end of the year. Headlining the co-main event is the one and only Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He would take on Gilbert Burns, who recently lost to the Champ Kamaru Usman back in February at UFC 258. If Wonderboy gets this win, he may set himself up for a title shot. Also filling out the main card is Greg Hardy, Irene Aldana, and of course we can't forget about the Sugar Show, Sean OMalley. Big nights of fights, and it all starts at 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. We'll break it all down and much more, but first, a word from our sponsors at Manscape. Summer's coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? You're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Complement your summer bod with a trim from the leaders in male grooming. The sun is shining and calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code POUND4POUND. It's time to bundle up with Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. First off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is insane, and I dare say the GOAT of all ball trimmers. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multi-functional on and off switch which can engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn on the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Seal the deal with the Manscaped liquid formulation. Before heading outside, use Crop Preserver ball deodorant to keep you on your game in the heat. The after trimmer and lawn and whacking the weeds in the heat. Give your beach balls a boost and use Crop Reviver. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts with their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Bring your comfort and boxers to another level. Like I said, get 20% off plus free international shipping with code POUND4POUND at manscaped.com. You can also go to www.manscaped.com/pound4pound and it will automatically include the discount. Thank you so much, Manscaped. Appreciate you guys. Great product. All right, guys. Let's not even mess around. Let's get into this card. This card is insane. I wish I could have got every single fight, but we're going to keep it to the main event like we always do. But the prelims, early prelims, bangers throughout. Like, amazing card we got tonight. All right. As we know, we got Sean OMalley versus Chris Mountino. As we know, Chris Mountino is stepping in on short notice. But let's break this down. OMalley, he's been dominant since joining UFC in 2017. He's known for his highlight reel knockouts. He has that one loss against Olivera, as we all know. But the boy was undefeated before then. He still says he's undefeated. He has 9 wins by knockout, 1 by submission, and 3 by decision. He has 8 first-round finishes with 7 coming by knockout and 1 by submission. We all know Sean OMalley can fight. We all know this kid has the potential to be one of the greats. But if he loses tonight to someone that stepped in on a week's notice, that it's his first fight in the UFC, it's not going to look good for him. So this is a must-win for Sean O'Malley. For Chris Mountino, if he loses this fight, he was supposed to lose this fight. You know what I mean? It's just how it goes. It's a situational thing for him. He's coming to get notoriety, and Sean's coming to get a knockout. So it's two different spectrums on this fight, but it's difficult to gauge how well Chris is and will be in this fight. We know Sean O'Malley is dangerous and is very likely to end this battle very quickly. But overall, O'Malley had a great opportunity, and he's going to take it and stick with this fight. He could have not been fighting and got his fight pushed back. But I think this is pretty clear cut. We kind of already know what's going to happen, and we would be very, very surprised, and it would be a huge upset if Sean O'Malley does not get the TKO victory here. I'm not going to say I'm rooting for Chris, but it wouldn't be too bad to see an underdog come out. I always love seeing the underdogs, so it's going to be very, very interesting. The next fight, Irene Aldana versus Yana Kunitskaya. Little controversy here. Irene Aldana missed weight. So she's going to get 30% of her purse taken away, and I think it goes to Yana. But Aldana's coming off a unanimous decision loss to Holly Holm back in October of last year. This loss snapped her previous two-fight winning streak dating back to late 2019. Her fighting resume shows that she has 6 wins by knockout and 3 by submission and 3 by decision. As you can see, she has put together a balanced resume. Aldana, she got a harsh reality check in her last fight, but I think she's going to bounce back and hopefully become a top contender back in the weight division. She's an excellent fighter. She's 12-6. Only problem is she missed weight. You can't miss weight. You know what I mean? That's just not something you want to do in the UFC and being a professional MMA fighter. Again, I'm not sure what was happening behind the scenes. I'm sure it's come out by now this morning, but best of luck to her. She's going to be fighting Yana, a.k.a. Foxy, who's 14-5 with 1 no contest. She's currently on a 2-fight unanimous decision winning streak. She has a great opportunity to land a third one here, but it's going to be very difficult for her. She has 7 wins by knockout, 1 by submission, and 6 by decision. She is shown to be dominant when striking against opponents. She's a quick fighter. She's a balanced fighter. She just now recently returned down to the division and picked up that unanimous decision. That was over Lena Losberg. So she's got wins over Julia and Vieira. So expect her to get a feel on her feet in the first round. But as soon as she experiences, I think, Aldana's power, she'll shoot up for a clinch, try to take her down. But she needs to win rounds here. I don't think she's going to get a knockout. She needs to win 2 rounds and then play it safe in the third. I don't usually like saying that, but that's what's going to have to happen. But if she does put on that pressure, I do believe she can get the knockout, and I think that's why I'm going to pick Yana, a.k.a. Foxy, will get the TKO victory over Irene Aldana, and that's at the women's bantamweight division. All right, next up, we got Bam Bam, Tai Tuivasa versus Greg Hardy at the heavyweight division. Tuivasa currently on a 2-fight winning streak heading into this event. His most recent performance was a first-round knockout against Harry Hunsucker back in March of this year. His fighting resume shows that he has 11 wins by knockout and 1 by decision. All of his 11 knockouts have also resulted in first-round finishes. Let me repeat that. All of his 11 knockouts have resulted in first-round finishes. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Hardy's most impressive feat so far in his young career was stepping up as a late replacement to fight Alexander Volkov and take him to a decision. It was a lopsided loss, but he impressed and followed it up by starting 2020 with a unanimous decision win over Jorgen De Castro and then knocked out Maurice Green in October. He ended the year suffering his first knockout, however, courtesy of Marcin Tybura, proving he is nowhere in the upper echelon of the division yet. Tai Tuivasa, I think he can do this against Hardy. Hardy's 7-3 with 1 no contest. He's coming off a second round TKO loss, like I said. He does have 6 wins by knockout and 1 by decision. He also has 5 first-round knockout finishes. But like I said, Tai Tuivasa, he's rediscovered himself as a fighter. He's out here to get the job done. This is a hard fight to call. Both fighters, they don't look great at long-distance fighting, but they both have power. But this is a hard one because I love Greg Hardy, but I love Bam Bam. But I think Bam Bam's more determined here. He's a little bit more hungry. Greg is a nasty fighter, and I wish the best for him. And I think this is going to be a close one, but I got to take Tuivasa wins via TKO. All right. Gilbert Burns versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson at the welterweight division. I am so excited for this fight. It is right up there with the Conor and Dustin fight. Burns, we all know what happened. He was distraught after he lost against Kamaru Usman, his former teammate. That was a 3rd-round TKO. Usman comforted him, helped him, talked him through it. Burns is back now. I think he is a force to always be reckoned with. You should never underestimate Gilbert Burns. He's a freak of an athlete. He has 6 wins by knockout, 8 by submission, and 5 by decision. 9 first-round finishes with 6 by submission and 3 by knockout. Burns is here to test himself. He's here to get back in the Octagon and get a dub and get back on that winning streak and hopefully get another shot at the title. But on the other hand, Stephen Thompson, a.k.a. the Wonderboy, 16-4-1, he wants the same thing. He's getting there in age. I think he's like 38 or something. He's riding that 2-fight winning streak heading into this one. His most recent performance was that unanimous decision victory against Geoff Neal back in December of last year. But Thompson's hungry. If Thompson wins this fight, I believe he gets a chance at the title. He deserves it. It's his time. Wonderboy has done so much for the UFC. He's an excellent fighter in the form of karate. But he is going to go against Gilbert Burns, who is a master in jiu-jitsu. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to come down to who can get the most strikes, who can outlast, who can dip and dodge. I think if Wonderboy can tire Gilbert out a little bit and stop the takedown and stay away from distance but get in the pocket when he needs to, I feel like Wonderboy is going to have an excellent fight, and I think he's going to be able to take over the fight. But if Gilbert gets in there and stuns him a little bit and gets him on the ground, it's not going to look too great for Wonderboy. But see, this is so hard for me. I don't even have a pick down on here because I'm so conflicted. But I gotta go with Wonderboy wins via decision. He's just so technically sound and good at his craft. And I'm such a huge fan of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I feel like I'm disrespecting the man by not picking him. Gilbert Burns, great fighter. It's going to be one hell of a fight, and I cannot wait to watch it. But like I said, I got Stephen Wonderboy Thompson winning via decision. All right, we're going to break this fight down. Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. The trilogy ends tonight. It all comes down to this. Dustin the Diamond Poirier, 27-6, 1-no contest. He's one of the top lightweight fighters behind champion Charles Olivera. And with a win here, especially against McGregor again, he will be fighting for the title next against Charles Olivera, and I believe he will beat Charles Olivera. If he gets to Conor against tonight, he's going to go on and beat Charles Olivera, and he won't just be the interim champion. He will be the champion. Dustin's the dog. He's the man. He has hunger that a lot of people don't have in the UFC. He's not here for the games. He's here to fight. He's here to get the win, and he proved that last time. He has 13 wins by knockout, 7 by submission, and 7 by decision. You can see that he's an all-around performer. Every time he fights, he brings something new to the table, something just a little bit different. He set up this trilogy with Conor after knocking him out in January. We all know that he's lost to Khabib. He lost the interim title to Khabib, but Khabib's the GOAT, and he hung in there a little bit with Khabib. He landed a couple strikes on Khabib. As we know, let's just get into this. The Diamond. He's knocked out he submissioned Anthony Pettis, knocked out Justin Gaethje, knocked out Alvarez. Decision win over Holloway, which Holloway versus Dustin Poirier is one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. Decision win over Hooker, and then TKO'd Conor McGregor. We'll get into Conor's here in a second, but I just wanted to point that out. I think if Dustin plays this smart, I think he can weather the storm of Conor McGregor like he did last time. If he can just get in there, get some uppercuts, some hooks, get his jab, and he finds his boxing range and gets comfortable again like he did in the second round of the Conor McGregor versus Poirier second fight. If he's able to get in and out like he was doing with Conor, he only is going to suffer a few hits here and there, but nothing too devastating, I believe. But like I said, if he can get in and out and attack the legs like he was last time and keep to the same game plan or whatever he's thinking of, I think he can be successful in this fight. Dustin has the skills, and I truly believe that when Dustin Poirier is in his element and he's feeling it, he's one of the baddest fighters on this planet. He's one of the baddest boxers on this planet. You cannot disrespect his striking game and who he is as a fighter. People that are booing Dustin Poirier at the weigh-ins and he's chanting Conor, you guys are gonna wake up tonight. That's all I'm saying. He shut you up last time and he's gonna shut you up again. That's all I'm saying. Conor McGregor, 22-5, no doubt, one of the greatest of all time. The Notorious, the stuff he has done for the UFC is outstanding, and we thank him for that. But he's gonna have a hard fight tonight. He's gonna have to work for this one. He's coming off that recent battle with Poirier, obviously. He lost in that second round. Conor has 19 wins by knockout, 1 by submission, and 2 by decision. That's pretty damn good. And you can never take that away from him. What he did to Cowboy Cerrone with the shoulder strikes and then the head kick and put him down in the first round. What he did to Jose Aldo to win the second title and be a multi-belt champion. He put Aldo down in seconds in the first round. Completely just knocked out. Conor is an amazing fighter, and he does have that striking power. But Poirier is a different breed. And I do want to mention one thing. Since September 2016, Conor McGregor's won only 1 fight. And that's also including his loss to Mayweather. He has won 1 fight. That's insane. He's won 1 fight since Barack Obama was president. Think about that. People, this is a hype train. Conor McGregor, great fighter. I will say it again and again and again. But it is a hype train. He has done nothing recently to back up him as one of the best in mixed martial arts. His previous stuff, yeah, amazing. From 2000 in the 2010s, early half, absolute dog, amazing. But what has he done recently? We look at Dustin Poirier over here. In the last 4 years, let's see this real quick. He beat Bobby Green, Joseph Duffy. He lost to Michael Johnson. He beat Jim Miller. No contest against Eddie Alvarez. He beat Anthony Pettis, beat Justin Gaethje, beat Eddie Alvarez, beat Max Holloway. Lost to Khabib, but had a good showing. Beat Dan Hooker, and then he beat Conor McGregor. All right, let's look at Conor's stats. Since 2016, Conor McGregor lost to Nate Diaz. Then he beat him. Then he beat Eddie Alvarez. And then he lost to Khabib, beat Donald Cerrone, and then lost to Dustin Poirier. There's nothing really to back what Conor has done, recently. TKO against Cerrone, TKO against Alvarez, decision against Diaz, KO against Aldo, TKO against Poirier 7 years ago, and a decision win against Max Holloway, which was an amazing fight too. But there's nothing that Conor has done recently to back up him being a dominant fighter at this division. And I hate to say it, but he has bandwagon fans, and they're just here for the entertainment factor and the has-been factor of Conor McGregor. I would love to see Conor back to that point. He's amazing to watch. No matter win or lose, I'm not going to lie. Conor's amazing to watch. He kills it. He really does. But let's be honest here. It's just not going to work in his favor if he fights like he did last time. If he pushes too hard and then has that leg out there, Dustin's going to chop that leg to pieces, But enough of that. This is going to be an amazing fight. This is going to be an amazing main event, and I'm looking forward to it. And I have Poirier winning via decision. I think he's going to get it done. I think he's going to stun Conor here and there, But I hope he does get that knockout. I really do. I hope he does. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to this fight. But like I said, I'm calling it again here. Poirier wins via decision and even possibly a TKO against Conor McGregor in the Trilogy fight tonight on ESPN pay-per-view. So guys, if you don't know, the fights start, early prelims start at 6 p.m. on ESPN Plus, or ESPN Fight Pass, my apologies. And then we got the preliminary card on ESPN at 8 p.m. And then we got the main event starting at 10 p.m. on pay-per-view. Isn't that a sold-out crowd at the T-Mobile Arena? Super pumped for these fights. Super pumped for UFC being in full form again. You know what I mean? It's a treat to have the audience there. It's a treat to see these high-level athletes compete. And it's going to be a treat to see Dustin Poirier finish Conor McGregor. So, appreciate you guys coming through. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Make sure you guys are tuning in. Amazing fights tonight, guys. Looking forward to these. But appreciate you guys. I'm your host, Jalen Walker, as always. And I'll see you next week. Peace.